Hello, good morning, YouTubers. I got something to share with you that really left me a long-term damage. Okay, but okay, some people say to just let it go, happen in the past. But you know what? It's more easy said than done because there are a lot of opportunities that have been denied because of workplace bullying. But you know, also the bad part about, or I say the worst part about workplace bullying is that you have the coworkers who will mimic a behavior of abusive supervisor. I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me that when I first started with the U.S. Forest Service. I'm gonna tell you, my first season on fire crew was fine. Then, in a year later, when I got on a hotshot crew, and also there's one particular person who, I'm just gonna call him out by name. Okay, his name is John Truitt. Okay, he's a squad boss, very abusive, and you know what? He really don't want me on the hotshot crew for some reason. Cause we gotta remember one time I was a member of the California Conservation Corps. Okay, and also the core member who core member had to be Afro American. Well, actually, two of them was, and that they were causing trouble. So what he did that he tried to stereotype me because of a few bad apples. Okay, and also it's you got some people on the force that think the ex core members are dumb and stupid. You know what's so strange is that there's another ex core member who while I served with on engine crew. Okay, he's an ex core member, and the reason why they don't give him a hard time because he's white. Okay, the bad part is that I work hard, I do my job right. And then what happened? He got his brown nosers started gang up on me, and it got so bad to a point that it it made my working performance a lot harder because and I started making some. You know what? It's like when I make a few mistakes, okay, they'll blow it. And I remember one time too how doing the crew inspection. Okay, I found my work bag. Okay, well, actually, my work luggage I carry, for clothing or supplies and all that, and, and my extra firefighting equipment uniforms was stored in there. I found it on the ground off the top of the crew carrier. And what happened is that one of the brown co-workers saw it, threw it out on the ground. And what happened was that squad boss Truitt got on me because I didn't get my stuff together. I tried to explain to him that somebody threw the bag off the crew carrier on the ground. Then all of a sudden he didn't want to hear it. I got real angry, and then he got everybody to do push-ups because of me. And then the center crewman gang up on me. What happened was that I felt like it was a setup. Okay, and also another crew member off day embarrassed while I was talking about we're talking with the engine crew and all that, and one coworker, another brown noser, humiliated in front of the crew, because he said, well, because that's when Truitt decided to chew you out, so he told everybody. And to me, that is bad. So that was something so bad, I did not come back. I did not come back to Forest Service. Actually, I left Forest Service because of that. And also, well, I took a job at Ralph's, okay, back in 1990. You know what? It's a good job, and I work in my own community, good, nice customer. And then what happened next? And then after my meat manager left, okay, like he's a nice guy. Now suddenly, I got some meat cutters start giving me a hard time. And also like a newer meat clerk came in 2 years later. Well, I'm gonna tell you, me and him got along just fine. What happened with him is that he's weakest of all the meat clerks. Okay, and the smallest. And then what happened was they put him as a day person. And then I didn't realize how slowly he's kissing up to those meat cutters who were giving me a hard time and started acting like them. Now what happened? Let me tell you what happened. Then another meat cutter who was worse than the rest. Okay, I'm gonna call out his name. His name is Frank Martintino. I worked with him at Rouse in Paradise Hills, and what happened? He was a nice guy at one time, and as soon as he moved to Poway, he became snobbish, started getting the black customers, a hard time. Also Latino customers too, and also the guy named Mario Garcia is one giving me a hard time. He's also Latino too. It's quite astonishing how he sided with the meat, start kissing up to the meat cutters who giving people of color a hard time. And I remember one time that he tried to be bossy, tried to show me also he was giving other meat cutters a hard time who was bigger than he is. You know what? Like one meat cutter, one meat clerk. Well, there's a difference between meat clerk and the meat cutter. Meat clerk is the one that stock up the weigh meat and stock them up on the shelves, okay? And unload trucks and to break down loads and organize the meat for the meat cutter. Okay, with him, that he's a day person who I went to, like, they never work him the day the load come and all that. And then what happened? As soon as the store started cutting down work hours, I was working less hours. And there's some discrimination here. They gave the meat clerk more hours than a lot of people. They're working 50 hours a week, while the rest of us working 20 to 25 hours a week. Okay, then all of a sudden, they start grooming him to be a manager, having him doing ordering. That's against union rules. What happened? Him and Mario and Frank started conspiring against me. Try to get the black person out of the meat department. So what happened is it started to pile work up on me, causing me to work a lot harder. Okay, I could hardly keep up. And they keep chewing me out, okay, and you know what happened next? I made one mistake on the scale. And then what happened, the Frank ratted on me to the store director about it, because what happened, you get fined for it, because I'm going to tell you, another person could have brought that to my attention. He said, "Let's don't do that, because the way the manager caught us, the store director in trouble, so don't do that again." Okay, he didn't do that. He went straight to the manager. And you know what happened? That he degraded me real bad right in front of the clerk. I got so mad, I almost broke his jaw right in front of the boss. So I decided to suck it up. I said, time for me to transfer to another food blast, okay? The same company, but different setup, okay? I'm going to tell you, I remember like one time, too, that what happened when he got arguing over a customer over a marked down ground beef from last night, but I struck the customer. I did not, I won't guarantee be there until tomorrow. Then what happened the next day, my coworker, he's an Afro-American cousin, he was watching my back. He said, "James, come to the store because Frank is lying about you again." So I went up there. I went to just manager ops, and that's what happened. I told the manager, I said, "Listen, I did not say that." Okay? The customer made that up, okay? I told the customer that I cannot mark any ground beef tonight, but it had to be done tomorrow morning if it's still there. That's when Frank yelled, "James been here for 6 years, 6 times getting the wrong information." See, he degraded me again. You know what? He blamed it on me because you know what happened? You got to remember, Frank, he's bipolar. He had a customer hard time, but you know what happened? I had to stop a customer from beating him up in the store. That's how bad he is. Even the people in the neighborhood don't like him. He's a racist. Okay, and also like Mario, that he tried to blame me for all the problems. He tried to shoot me out of the store. I told the meat cutter about that, meat manager about that. He said, "You know what?" I said, "Mike, I don't really appreciate what Mario said about me." If you know the first thing meat cutter Mike said, "Oh, well, I really don't blame him." I said, "Look, I got busy in the seafood department and the meat department, okay?" I told him, I said a while back, I said years ago, used to be 2 people covering the meat department, now I got 1. Okay, I can't do everything all by myself. You know what though? That so funny is that meat clerk Mario had to fill in his shift because after the sheriff deputy showed up and job handed a restraining order, so he got some domestic issues at home. And then later on, and after I got railroaded, I had to work 10 days doing double shift while Mario was in jail for beating his wife. Okay, they didn't fire him. That's when about days before I transferred food blast. Okay, and when you know what, I left. Then I find out when I visit the store again that Mario is no longer there. He got transferred to another store in National City because he sexually harassed a coworker. They didn't fire him. They transfer him. There's a double standard right there. They moved the bully somewhere else. Okay? You know who he is now today? He's a manager. You know something though, that it wasn't for the bullies that undermined my career, I would have been a retired fire engineer right now, or I would have been a retired grocery clerk. I took a job at Transit. Okay, you know what though? That I found peace. They gave me a good break. It's the best job. That's one of the best jobs I've ever done. That's the best job in my. That's the best thing that happened to me, because I'm gonna tell you what. I found a lot of peace though. The customers like me, and like the customers from Ralph's that said, James, I really do miss you there because that Frank is a dog. Okay, he said, I really miss you in that store. I said, you know what? I'm gonna tell you. The first time I told her, you know what? You forever my customer. Okay, you're still my customer at Transit. Okay, and also too that like for what the Frank there, he's no longer with the company. And also with the Forest Service, there's some of my coworkers who felt bad for me. Glad I'm a bus driver now. But he said, James, that's the best thing happened to you. You work alone without all that drama. I wish I was lucky as you are. So you got to remember too that bullies will be bullies. Okay, they will undermine people's career, but they're not happy inside, even if they get promoted. So that's how I vent. Okay, about like, you know what? It still hurt me inside though, because it took 10 years away from it took 10 years of my life away from me. Okay, so I would have a better pension, but you know what? At least I'm still here. So everybody having a very nice morning, YouTubers.